Hello, so today I'm here with my 3-month update using the Dyson Airstrait. So 3 months ago here on my channel I tried this out with you for the very first time. I was very impressed with it then, and I've been using this every single day. I have not returned to my straighteners, to hot irons, not once. That was the question I put in the video. Will this stop me using them? And the answer to that question is a firm yes. Not once have I gone back. Every single day I have used this, and I have had exceptional results with this. And a lot of you asked when I did my first video if I would give you an update. So I'm here now with my 3-month update, and in the next clip I will be showing you how I'm using this on wet hair. I'm not going to go through the entire process as I did in my first video, but I want to show you the routine that I've now settled into, which has worked so well for me and given me the healthiest hair probably of my entire life. So before I get started, if you're new here, hi, my name's Hannah, I'm 47, I'm not a professional in hair, beauty, makeup, but I absolutely love all of those things, and here on my channel I like to share with you reviews of products that I love and share different looks, tips, news, anything like that really. And if you think you'd enjoy this sort of content, I would appreciate it so much if you liked and subscribed below, and also if you comment in the comment section. I love to chat with you and it's so helpful to my channel if you do that as well. Anyway, that's enough talking about me, let's get on with this video. So now we're going to move straight to the clip of me earlier today after washing my hair and doing the very first routine and moving throughout the routine so you can see exactly how this works for me. So I've literally been out of the shower now just about 5 minutes, and I've got my microfiber towel on, so my hair should still be pretty soaking. The microfiber towel will have removed some of the excess water, but I really want to show you, see how wet my hair is, just what this can do when your hair is very wet. But before I start, the first thing I do is put this Beauty Pie hair oil. This is called the Super Health Hair, and this has got 7 different oils in it. I use this every single time I wash my hair. I put it straight onto my damp hair. It contains macadamia, jojoba, peach kernel, rose hip, wheat germ, olive and rice oils. This is something that's really improved the health of my hair. So I put 4 pumps of this into my hand. It's a very clear oil, and then I just rub it between my hands, and then I just start distributing it. I don't go into the scalp with this. I want it into the lengths of my hair, and I want it coming down into the tip. And then using my paddle brush, also from Beauty Pie, I start brushing my hair into the shape that I want it to dry in, which for me is a bit of a side parting, and then at the back, going back like this. And now for me, the most magic thing I use, this is the Colour Wow Dream Coat Supernatural Spray, which magically transforms texture, amazing humidity proofing powders. I'm reading that because I would never know that off by heart, but this is something I've used now for well over a year. I try to not use it with every wash because they do say you should probably wash once or twice before reapplying. I do struggle not to use this because this just really is fantastic at stopping any frizziness getting through. And if you do meet any humidity during the day, this is just phenomenal. I've never come across anything like this for my hair because I do have quite frizzy hair. So now I'll take some of this spray on the outer edge of my hair, but also put it into layers, and making sure I take it down to the tip. And one thing I read once in a review, I don't know if it's true, but it's always stuck in my head, is that somebody sprayed this once when their dog was behind them and their dog inhaled it and got really poorly. So just a little side note there, if you do have dogs, I always make sure mine are out of the room whenever I'm applying anything like this. I don't know if it's true, I don't know if it really is what made the dog unwell, but I just thought it's not something I want to find out, so just a little tip there just in case. So now I'll take the first 2/3 of my hair up and out the way, trying to keep it roughly in place. So now I'm not going to show you me drying my entire hair. When I first tested this, which you will find here on my channel, I did a full dry, speeded up for you. So the reason I wanted to show you this from the beginning is to just show you the routine I've got into, which is my hair being this wet, so literally soaking wet. It's coming off on my hand as I squeeze it. This is the best way for me to get the best possible results. When I dry from soaking wet like this, it gives me the best, shiniest, sleekest hair for the longest amount of time. I can go up to 7 days without needing to wash my hair and still have shine using this method. So I'll take the wet option and go for the highest temperature, and then I'll show you just how quickly this dries. Now the highest temperature is the one I found the best on the wet option for really sealing in the straightness and the shine. So just look now at how wet this hair is before I start. I will first dry the roots by squeezing together. And then the rest. So can you see there, just one pass and my hair is almost completely dry. I will go over with one more pass, but that's all it needs. And that's it. That's all I have to do all the way around. I section this off into another 2 sections on this side, another 2 sections that side, then put my hair into a bobble, move on to the second third of my hair, and again 3 sections, and then moving on to the last third, the top. And again, every time I start, I always close together to do the roots. So I always start by doing the roots and then going down the length, and one pass gets it virtually completely dry from soaking wet. You saw how wet my hair was, and it's just so quick. And you can also see how straight this is and how I don't have that much frizz at all. And that's before I go on to the dry setting to straighten, which is where I will join you. I will continue now to do the rest of my hair so you can see how this looks when it's fully dried using exactly the method I've just showed you. So it's been less than 10 minutes and I've done my entire head apart from this one last strand. That's all I've got left. It's not very wet now because obviously it's picked up on all the hot air. So there we have 10 minutes of drying my hair with the Dyson Airstrait, and this is how my hair is looking. At the moment I haven't run any cold shots, I haven't used the dry setting to give it the sleek, straight finish that I like. But if you look back at the video I filmed when I very first tried this, it was my very first ever attempt. Previous to that I'd use a straightener with hot irons for 15 years every day on my hair. So in that video you were seeing me using this for the very first time. And if you see what my hair looked like when I'd finished just drying before I'd moved to the dry setting, so I'd only had it on the wet hair, you will see how my hair was so much more frizzy and needed quite a bit of straightening. I remember saying in the video there's no way I would go out looking like this. It's quite straight and it is nice and dry, but it's way too frizzy still. But this I wouldn't be unhappy with at all. I mean, look how straight and sleek this is before I even begin the straightening process. It's changed so much. Anyway, I'm going to go on and do the rest of my makeup, and then I can really show you how I do my straightening to finish and talk about all of the benefits. And believe me, the list is quite long and very impressive. So I've gone on and done my makeup and I still haven't touched my hair. So this is how my hair is looking after settling down for nearly 30 minutes after drying. And as you can see, still no frizziness, particularly anyway. I mean, I still would like to straighten it for a perfect look, but just look how good this is. It really is making a huge difference. I really think you should look at my first video to see the comparison here between the way this looks now compared to the first time, because I think this has transformed my hair health. Anyway, I'm going to now straighten to just show you the difference with straightening. Now straightening, I don't spend an awful lot of time on that. I go straight into the dry setting on the Dyson. So I've got it on the dry setting and then I put it onto boost. There's 3 settings here. Boost is the highest setting, which I've got it on now. If I was to go on the others, there's 1 is it 120? I'm trying to read this backwards. 120 and then 140 degrees and then boost. So the boost is what I'll use now to get that sleek, straight look and just finish off my hair look. So this side I have used the straightening option, or the dry, it's not a straightener, the dry boost, and this side I haven't. So you can see this side's a little bit more frizzy and less sleek than this side. And there now, that is both sides with the dry option on boost. So that's my hair finished. So that was 10 minutes drying and about 5 minutes of the straightening, so 15 minutes in total from soaking wet. So that gives you an idea of just how quickly you can be styled like this. Obviously if your hair is thicker you need to allow a bit more time. My hair is not massively thick, I'd say it's somewhere in the middle between fine and thick. But this gives you an indication of just how quickly you can just wash your hair and be looking like this. I am so impressed with this. I was really impressed with it the first time I tried it, but now that I've got used to it and now that I'm using it the way that works the best for me, I'm just getting such quick and easy, fabulous results. And that's what I want to talk about now. So before I go on to say exactly what the results are, I think it's important to look at the products just briefly. We did look at them a little bit at the beginning, but firstly I want to show you this one. The bottle's a little bit messy on this one, but this is a Nuha hair growth oil, and this has got rosemary oil and a combination of different oils in. I've linked this one below, but I've been using this one for the last 3 months as well, so pretty much alongside the new introduction of this Dyson into my routine. So what I do with this is I get this into the roots of my hair and I take it down the length of my hair, and I put my hair in a cap if I've got time, a shower cap, you know, a disposable one. You don't need to do that, you could just put it up in a clip, but I leave it on and get on with things around the house. Before I go to wash my hair, I try to give it a good hour, and then I go on to washing my hair, and I use several different routines with washing my hair. I use a clarifying shampoo every sort of third wash, and I alternate different sort of dry damaged shampoo conditioner options. I wouldn't say I've got a top at the moment. I've tried lots that are good. If you do want to know more about some of the ones I've found helpful, then please do ask me, but I wouldn't say I've got a top favourite. I rotate between quite a few different good ones. And I use a hair mask at least every other wash, if not every wash. So I have the oil on, wash it off, shampoo, then I put a mask on and try to leave the mask on as well. So I try and make wash day the day when I know I'm not going anywhere. So I try and leave my mask on for at least half an hour, if not an hour, and then I move to washing that out and putting conditioner on, and I still leave that on for about 10 minutes. That might all sound quite lengthy, but if you're doing things around the home, I really don't find it difficult. I just in and out of I don't get in the shower, I just put my head underneath, and that's my routine for getting the healthiest hair. So I think it's important to know that. And obviously we talked about at the beginning the Beauty Pie Super Health Hair Oil, which I use after every single wash, and the I always forget the name of this, the Colour Wow, see? I'm useless at remembering names. The Colour Wow Dream Coat. This is phenomenal stuff. Now this was working brilliantly on me before I got the Dyson, so I know that the fact that my hair is so sleek and I'm not getting as much frizz has a lot to do with this. But as I said, if you look back at my very first video trying out this Dyson Airstrait, my hair did not look anything like as good as this when I just washed it. You saw how it was so straight and there wasn't much frizz, so the straightening option or the dry option certainly gave it more of a sleek look, but it really was really good. So the health of my hair has improved phenomenally with this. So the first key thing to note is I never ever, since I got this, have to top up during the day. My hair will stay looking this sleek and this straight and this non-frizzy all day long, and that is something that never once happened with me using straighteners. I've always, if I'm going out or I want to just brush up the way I look, I've always had to go in again. I mean, sometimes when I'm on holiday, for instance, and you're in and out of the hotel or something, I have straightened my hair about 4 times in a day, which is terrible, I know, terrible for my hair health, but I've had that need to do it. But It really is. Like I went on a holiday recently where it was raining, and I went out in the rain, came back, and I looked at my hair, thought, oh, I still don't need to straighten this again. So the change in washing I think getting it really wet and washing it and then drying it rather from really wet means that my curls, because I have quite strong waves in my hair, they have no time to really set in. So when I straighten my hair, it really prevents that from locking into my hair completely, so they really stay straight. They don't revert back to the wave easily at all. So I think that's one thing that's key. So the thing I've learned the most from this is to do this from soaking wet, as I showed you, which really doesn't make much difference time-wise because it's still super fast. And on the highest heat, that seems to be the best one for me. It's still hot, but it's much, much better than the sort of temperatures I was using when I was using straighteners. And the next massive benefit, I am not having to pull hair out of my hair brushes anymore. I am, but like once a month. It was every few days before. I'm in the perimenopause, I'm 47, so hair loss is an issue. And obviously I'm using things like the hair regrowth and strengthening treatments like the oil, but also the health of my hair, I'm getting no breakages, well, very few. I can't say no because this isn't a miracle worker, but very few breakages, and my hairbrushes are just not filling up with hair. I'm also noticing I'm not getting all breakages on my clothes, which I used to pick up on, and like where I'm sitting, because I used to molt everywhere with my hair. So that's something that seems to have stopped since using this. And the other thing is I don't seem to be getting split ends. The ends of my hair are looking so much healthier than they were, and for that reason I haven't had to cut it. Now, I've wanted to grow my hair. I used to have very long hair going right back to when I was 13 years old, and I had all my split ends cut off, and I have never managed to get my hair, let me show you, I've never managed to get my hair really to grow beyond this point, because every time it reaches this sort of point I've had to cut it off because the health of the hair has been so poor. But I've actually managed to go beyond that this time, and I'm managing to really grow my hair for the first time since I was 13 years old, which I find bonkers. A combination of looking after my hair and following all of these good routines, obviously, but this Dyson Airstrait is a game changer for my hair health. I can't say I don't need to use the dry option in the morning, because I do. I always have a bath in the evening, and the steam of the bath will give me a bit of a frizzy look in the morning. Not as bad though as it was prior to using the Dyson, but I will have frizzier hair in the morning, and it will need the dry boost setting, which takes me 5 minutes max. So it's 5 minutes in the morning every morning, and I'm done for the day, and it will stay looking like this all day, and 15 minutes on wash day. So this has just saved time, it's improved my hair health, it's made my hair healthier, it's made it grow longer, it's made my house tidier because I'm not molting everywhere. I am absolutely blown away by this device. It is the best investment for my hair I've ever made, ever, and I just could not recommend this more highly. I absolutely adore this device. I'm so glad. I really pondered over whether to get it because it's a huge investment, nearly £500. It's not cheap. But then I'm not going to the hairdressers to get my hair cut. I dye my own hair. That's all I'm spending. I'm just literally, this is all I'm spending on my hair. These. And hair dye every few weeks. And obviously shampoo and conditioner. But that's it, because my hair is looking after itself. I am just over the moon. I really am. I would love to hear from you if you've used the Dyson Airstrait, or are you still on the fence, and has this maybe reassured you that it can be a success? Obviously, I'd like to point out that we need to think about different hair types. Everybody might be different. I don't want to speak for other people and say that if you have a certain hair type, it'll definitely work as well for you as it has for me. But I have medium, sort of thick hair. It is quite fine, so it's more on the fine end of being not thick, but more instead of the middle. I'm waffling now, but you know what I mean. It's quite fine and brittly on the ends, but it's sort of medium thickness. And I've got the menopausal issues going on with breakages and dry hair, brittle hair. and it's dyed hair. I don't know what else to say. Dry, damaged hair. So that's my hair type. So, and also wavy. I have quite strong waves. So if you have hair similar to mine, then I would 100% recommend buying this. You will not regret it. But I have seen plenty of people with different hair types also saying that this is amazing for them. So I strongly recommend checking out other reviews for different hair types if you don't match me, because it's worth seeing what other people are saying. But for me, 100% all day long. I love this. Love it. So I hope that this has been helpful. I know a lot of you asked for an update when I made my first video, so I really hope that this has been helpful to you. I am just over the moon, and I will tell you at the end of the year if I'm still singing these same praises, but I'm sure from what's happened in the last 3 months I will be very happy as I am now. I hope so anyway. And anyway, that's all from me for today. And if you enjoyed this video, I would like it so much if you liked and subscribed. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for returning. Take care everybody. I hope to see you for my next video. Bye!